Hey guys, how's it going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to take a look at the AEK-971. This gun would have to be one of the most popular assault rifles in Battlefield 4 and probably one of the most popular weapons overall. I've got to say though, I've never been a really big fan of this weapon even after getting a few hundred kills with it. And honestly, it isn't the best AR if you want to deal with any situation. It destroys people in close range, but it's less than ideal at longer ranges for a number of different reasons. I know a lot of people are going to watch this video and disagree with me because how dare anyone say anything about their beloved AEK? But just remember that this is my personal opinion. If you've had a different experience with the AEK, then by all means let me know in the comment section below because I'd love to hear from you. But anyway, let's take a look at the stats and figure out how this gun works. The AEK has the standard assault rifle damage model dealing 25 damage out to 8 meters, which drops off to its minimum damage of 18 at 55 meters. This translates into a 4 to 5 shot kill at close range or a 6 to 7 shot kill at long range, which combined with its rate of fire of 900 RPM gives the AEK one of the best DPS stats in the game. Unfortunately, as with many fast firing weapons, this is about all the AEK has in its favour. All of its other stats are pretty average to say the least. It's got the standard assault rifle accuracy model with a 0.2 standing ADS spread, a moving ADS spread of 1 and a standing hipfire spread of 3. It also has a decent muzzle velocity of 580 meters per second, but this is still in the middle of the pack when compared to some of the other weapons in the category. The AEK is considerably harder to use at long range than a lot of other ARs because it has a pretty decent kick up and to the right. It's already got a decent vertical kick of 0.38, a 0.15 pull to the left and a 0.4 pull to the right, which is made even more worse by the weapon's high rate of fire. It is possible to control this recoil, but in my opinion the AEK is just beyond the point where recoil is easily manageable, and there will be times where you don't compensate enough and miss your target completely. This recoil means that you need to engage targets at a much closer range to make sure that you're getting consistent kills and you aren't wasting ammo. As long as you're getting kills, wasting a few bullets here or there might not seem like such a big deal, but when you're running through ammo at 900 RPM, you're going to find yourself completely out pretty quickly. Also, the AEK has a pretty terrible reload time, taking 2.3 seconds to reload with a bullet in the chamber and a massive 3.6 seconds to reload from empty. This will get you killed, and it's a big part of why I don't like this gun as much as some people do. One way that I find really helps to keep in control and to stay accurate is to use the 3-round burst that is found on most Russian weapons. 2 quick taps will be enough to take out pretty much any target in close quarters, and at longer ranges, as long as you let your weapon settle, you'll stand a much better chance of taking out targets. A lot of people though either don't like to be limited by burst fire weapons or like to control their bursts manually, but to anyone else though, I'd highly recommend that you give burst fire a try. But anyway, the question is the AEK any better than similar fast-firing weapons like the F2000 or the FAMAS? Well, in my opinion, the short answer is no. Both the F2000 and the FAMAS are bullpup weapons which have better accuracy on the move and from the hip, which is what you want in a close quarters weapon. There are slight differences in stability and rate of fire, but at the end of the day, bullets on target is what really matters the most, so for some reason these other two guns seem to work better for me. All things considered though, all of these guns are going to have a hard time in general because there are so many weapons in BF4 that deal massive damage in close range, especially a lot of the PDWs and the shotguns. Also, at close range, winning a gunfight isn't entirely down to the speed of your gun, and even though the AEK is great at what it does, don't expect to pull off consistent long kill streaks unless you're a beast player. The reason for this is because someone will always eventually sneak up on you and take you out, because that's just the nature of CQB combat. The only way to avoid this is to pull back to mid-range and control your engagements a little bit better, and unfortunately the AEK isn't as good at this range combat. But anyway, to finish up this video, my recommended attachments would be the Cobra sight, angled grip, suppressor and laser sight, basically to help tap firing, to keep you stealthy and to help out with hip fire. The angled grip I think is essential because tap firing this weapon is the only way to be effective at mid to long range. This rules out the stubby grip, which in turn rules out the muzzle brake and the compensator, because the last thing that you want to do is nerf your accuracy. Also, stay away from the heavy barrel and the higher powered optics, because this gun isn't a long range weapon and all these attachments will do is affect what it's already good at. But anyway, bearing all of this info in mind, is the AEK worth using at all? Well, obviously for some people it is, but personally, if I'm going to go for brute force, then I'd run the FAMAS, and if I want a little more control, I'd probably run with the F2000. To me, the AEK doesn't feel as good as these other two weapons, which may have a lot to do with the way that I play. But if you're one of those people who can beast with the AEK, my hat's off to you, but I hope that you can understand where I'm coming from. In any case, if you haven't already tried it out, then give it a go, because it is a good gun, even if it's not one of my favourites. But anyway, that just about wraps it up, and as always, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. If you haven't already, please check out all my other Battlefield 4 videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below. And until next time, see you later and have a good one.